This is your weekend market review for Friday, September 15th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your weekend market review for Friday, September 15th, 2023. Hopefully you had a great week. OpEx, ChopEx, baby. We nailed it. We knew there was going to be some up. We knew there was going to be down. We knew there was going to be some chop, but we also knew at the end of the week, if the VIX got down to 13, shoot even 12s, and the VIX filled its gap, and the market complacency was rising, you knew there was an opportunity for short, because the information and the data, everything coming out this week, bad, in my opinion. China has to drop, I don't know how many billions of dollars or yuan into their markets to stabilize them. Boom. Lost all in a day. Things are not good. Let's just see how they play out again, anticipating such. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, Discord room. If you want to join it, link in the description below. Please follow on YouTube if you're not watching on YouTube. I'm telling you, tons of videos from fly fishing, real estate, and back to basics. Get your notifications when we do these live chats. Also hit me up on, I don't know why I don't have this here, but I do post a ton on Twitter. A lot. Was laughing at folks today who are just honestly just boggling my mind with their like, oh, the pin action yesterday, you can't go down. I'm like, you don't know what you were talking about. Because if you don't know, once the market makers clear all the puts out during quad witching OPEX, they're literally just loaded with puts. Do you think they want to support the market at the point they own all the puts? Hell effing no. Check out our website, thetradingagent.com. Get the markets account 5.3%. Also, too, if you're worried about your broker falling, going under, kind of like I've been. I've got some Schwab. Moving over to Interactive Brokers. Here's a link. Use the link to get a referral bonus. Well worth it. I mean, most brokerages won't give you crap for moving your money over there, so it's better than nothing. But honestly, the platform's good. I never had a problem there. I had a smaller account there for a long period of time. It was one of my old options accounts that obviously sometimes they blow up. I've had that, but I kept my Interactive Brokers, moved more money over there. Never had a problem with them. Love it. Hit me up if you have any questions about any of this stuff. Again, Calendly link if you want to talk for 30 minutes. I don't get why more people don't take time. If you really need some help, don't be a beep, 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 beep. Don't be scared. Literally, do not be scared to take some time. Ask questions. So, CME Watch Tool, 97%. Did we go up after today? I mean, I didn't refresh this today because it's basically a lock next week that it's a pause. 99.9%. I'm amazed. And again, raise your hand if you're following because I'm also doing this live. How many people have gone, well, the feds are potentially raising rates next week? No, they're not. It's not happening. Bitcoin. We've talked about it. Chopping around, holding support. Keep an eye on it. Oil. People, again, I'm amazed. People, it's like, I'm saying short oil service. Don't short oil. Oil service is leading oil, but doesn't necessarily mean that oil will peak. We've talked about this with gold, any material. The service names, the drillers, the exploration names lead the commodity. Could oil hit our 50% fib? Maybe. And we'll get into oil names because that's one of my favorite shorts here. The oil names, not oil, not yet. But keep an eye on that stuff. Natural gas, dead money. Dead. Dollar. And again, I'll get into the XLE and all this stuff at the end. We'll do some more free chat. I promise you, Brian. Good question, because again, a lot of this stuff is so juicy. Dollar said, don't really have any expectations other than higher dollar. But one of the things that we talked about was the volatility in the dollar. Dollar's holding up. Everyone goes, oh, the dollar's going to end. Well, the dollar's not going to end if other currencies and other world economies are dog shit. Keep that in mind. TLT said, watch the 92 range retest. You got it. You filled the gap. Now, if you want to buy bonds for defensive, I understand. Like anything else, if this is a retest of a low and a chop top or a chop bottom, define your risk. Makes sense to me. VIX. How many people yesterday at the close, were just like, I'm scared to short? Raise your hand. I mean, don't be scared because there's a lot of people in the Discord room and just in general that constantly DM me and they go, did you see the market? I think it's going to 4,600. I think the SPY's going to get to 460. I think the Q's got to get to 4. I'm like, I'm amazed how you start moving your upside targets when the market literally is hitting maximum potential complacency. Look at the VIX. Look at today's action. Bada boom, bada bing. Didn't we talk about the VIVIX? Again, leave a comment below if you want a super chat for confirmation. I mean, sometimes it's that effing easy. Fills the gap. I'm telling you, if you don't have a trading journal, some sort of trading journal, take notes. What are the things that you're looking for? Remind yourself. If all you're trying to do all the time is remember everything and trade on the seat of your pants, you are not going to be able to remember everything. And then emotions take over. It's a whole other subject. What did we say yesterday in yesterday's review? Is this a novice gap? Well, holy crap. It's a novice gap, island floating, reversal, eat everything back. Give back all the week's action and more. Close below the 20-day. And a lot of people are like, oh, I think I should take profits today. I'm like, again, you can't go broke taking profits. But if this is the first, remember we talked about the first dip gets bought. Now you're making a lower high. Oh, man, this could turn into Waterfall City, y'all. And especially the seasonality. Go check out the Stock Traders Almanac. What you got next week? You got a bull day on Monday. That's usually kind of a reprieve day after potentially an OPEX. But then you got burn into the end of the month. I mean, you've got four bearish days, one bullish day. But in general, the end of September can be pretty crappy. Q. Look at this. We talked about the trend line. Closed at the 20-day. I mean, again, if this breaks below the 20-day, I mean, you're coming back down. Minimum. But you have to remember, the lower high, you have to understand, people who are trend traders go, oh, crap, a lower high? Game over. That's literally all they're waiting for. Some big money just trades like that. That's all they do. And at the bottom, they look for a higher low. IWM, we've talked about lagging. Look at this thing. It's basically on life support, about to dump off the right edge. DIA, we talked about getting stuck at 350. Gold rallied today and literally closed at the low of the day. It was still up, and I've tried to warn people. Again, it's just going to be choppy. If you like this kind of action, you like to be nervous, you like to be unsure of what the hell is going on, trade gold and silver. Enjoy it. You will thoroughly lose your mind because there's going to be things that are going to be going in directions that you're like, that makes sense. And then you're going to look at these charts and you go, what happened? Silver, because again, people think it's defensive. Remember, the best time to buy metals, oil, gas, in my opinion, will be when the Feds pivot, because that's always been the time before. If it changes now because the Feds do something that they've never done before, I could be wrong. Silver, again, some people talk about it being oversold. Again, it makes sense. Look at it. Range lows, bounce. But do you really trust that it's going to go higher? Because there are better trades out there to short. GDX, not surprised. Little bounce. Again, people looking for a little bit of protection. But here's the thing they don't realize is that when there's credit issues, when the market dumps, the VIX goes nuts, these companies are crappily run. They have credit risk. They can't get to the market. They have issues. I mean, it's like every other company. It's a company. And they're not well run. And they usually have tons of debt. GDXJ, I mean, again, not surprised they bounced. It's just, again, you only have so much money to spend. Do you want to spend it on the miners? I mean, again, if you want to buy down here and you think there's a little trade in it, go right ahead. I just think there's been way juicier shorts. Like Juicy J. This stuff, chop around. Because again, if you go and study the past, one of the best times to buy this stuff is when what? Absolutely destroyed. VIX spikes. Market dumps. Gold goes all over the place. And then what? Oh, I will buy these things on a significant discount. Newmont, we talked about it holding down here. Little W said it. I mean, what's the upside? Maybe this area. I don't know. You do you, boo. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what you think, take it, I guess. I don't know. It's like, it's like someone, Scott's listens, like, hey, I'm going to trade Walgreens. It's like, dude, Walgreens? Are you kidding? There's like some incredibly juicy shorts. Miners pass, look on it. All right, Taiwan Semi. Adios. Oh, man, we are so close to taking out the lows. It's just a matter of time. If you shorted Micron up in the upper 71, 72 range, high five. High five to you. Slapsticks. Yes. Look at that. Novice Gap, Doji, kapow. AM Dizzle. We talked about this rising up to the 50-day, potentially flopping at some point. Oh, boy. I mean, you can see what's going to happen here. I mean, think about it again. Don't think about what your position is. Think about how people position in the market. If you bought this stock on this gap up thinking all this great news, and then you've been watching it for the last 3 months, you're going, oh, shit, did I buy the high? NVIDIA, let's keep this going. Same thing. This is, oh, crap, did I buy the high? Yeah, waterfall be a coming. Intel, Nailed it. Nailed it. Literally 40. Ding, 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 ding. Congrats. Again, high five. Leave comments below. If you're not taking these trades, I want to know. Because then I can help you make sure, again, if I'm posting charts on it, I know people will expect to hear from, or at worst, alert them, especially because I care. I genuinely do care. SMH, we talked about this. Professional gap sideways for 5 days. 6 days. Oh, it's broken. It's going higher. Sorry for my excessive language and loudness. Adobe. Earnings. We talked about hitting 1.618. Adios. Apple. How many times does it have to fill the gap? Never. These gaps could just be here for a long time, my friends. Today's action, high volume, OPEX, not surprised. Quad witching, choppy. Again, some names held, some games flopped, but overall market was down. Amazon, you're welcome, said, oh, give me that 145. 75. Doji, boom, gap takes out. Looks like a left-right combo to me. Witchies. CRM, we said short, 220s plus on the gap after earnings. It's looking solid. Guggenheim, I know some people shorted. Patience. I think this one's going to go. It's all going to go. It's just a matter of when. Meta, we talked about, could it get up here? No. At any point on this pop, it's hard to know exactly where the best place is. But look at that action. Open high, close lows, take out the last 5 days. How friendly of the market makers just to pull the freaking rug. Same thing with your friend Microsoft. We talked about, what's the exact spot? But at some point, it's a short. NDAQ, breaking trend. Goodbye. If you want to, this one's like, and now again, I know it's not like a monster stock where you might make like 30 or 40 points, but trend breaks here. You're coming back to 46. You could buy some probably cheap options. You could see this thing back at the 40 level, maybe even fit 435s. MicroStrategy, as we've said, no. You're not going anywhere. Stuck to the 100-day. Netflix and chill. Yeah, Netflix and spill, mother. Beep, beep. Again, leave a comment because these are trades we posted. We talked about watching the 450 retest. What'd you get to? 453. Dan, you idiot. I shorted at 450, had way too tight of a stop, and then no. Again, wild stocks have wicks. They just have wicks. Roblox, we talked about this one. It's no man's land. We expected the pop. It's chopping around. Good old Tesla. Now you got to give Tesla a little credit for where it's due. But man, it is just banging up here against the trend line. Choppy action. Again, it's just a matter of when, not if it fails. X, chopping, potential buyout. Nucor, we talked about this being dangerous. And then here comes a guy down. Oh. Takes it all away. Take it all. 200-day, awesome. High volume, kapow. Caterpillar, choppy. Sloppy, toppy, M-top, trying to break the 20-day, really trying to play games here. It's just probably a matter of, it's not a matter if, it's just when. Give yourself time if you're short. My friend Danny, if you got next week's options, be careful. VALE popped. Again, a lot of these names popped on like the China stuff, giving it all back. Arrow, hold it up pretty well, but this thing's been just dirt. CCJ, today could be the top. OPEX, TOPEX, look at that candle. If that isn't, is that just, would you just call, why don't I just put a red head on that? And that's what it looks like, right? It's just a pointing lower. We'll see. CF, again, we love ag names long-term on dips. Chopping around. Let them breathe. They popped on the China stuff. Let them come on down. Come on down, y'all. See? NTR, same thing. Chop. Alcoa should be on fire. It's just the dead money. XLF. Got to give it credit. Holding up. Higher interest rates, people are talking about, but then here you go. Look at that candle. Looks like a hammer. JP Morgan, again, if you shorted these names on the pop, makes sense. I don't know how much higher they can go near term, but they do have earnings coming up. Just keep that in mind. I think 2 weeks. Morgan Stanley, this looks lovely up here. Let me do the little intra-fibby. I'd be curious just to see what we're at. Yeah, we failed at the 50 fib. Could you get to 618? Fill the gap. It's always possible, but that's one I'd keep on your list if you want to get in the short dance on financials. Goldman Sachs. Again, this is like over squeeze, just rally, get everyone to think things bullish, and then what do? The pull, the plug. We'll see what happens. Again, KRE all week has nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Chop. Do I even need to open it up? Going nowhere fast. XBI. Another name that usually when risk is on is looking good. This thing has been lagging. Spill all week. I mean, that's not good. Not spill all week, but ended down. Transports, we've talked about transports leading. Have you looked lately? They've been down at the lows. Look like they're about to eat, you know what? XHB, home builders, they got issues. Lower highs, lower lows. I mean, I think that's a good, no-brainer, right? No-brainer. Materials, right? Check this out. Check this out, right? Pow. They all look like they're, they all kind of look like they got issues, y'all. Oh, Jordan, I just got your donation, man. Thank you very much, man. I mean, again, every dollar to me, whether it depends on your account size, how well you're doing, I appreciate it. Because again, if the roles were reversed, I've always was very thankful for anyone who's given me free, legitimate information. Because again, it doesn't matter. I'm doing these trades. I'm telling you guys what I'm doing. Appreciate that, man. Very solid. I just popped up in my inbox. Tan, silver, or tan, solar. Again, we talked about these are just biding time. Yeah, I did call the action this week. I've done a lot of options expirations. Let's just say it there. And I've felt the frustration before. I've literally have been frustrated by it 1,000 times. ENPH, we talked about these names. I mean, just like any pop. But they're just really tight action. They're really hard to know. They might be waiting on something really shitty. Here you go. Flop, flop, flop. I mean, these names. First Solar. I mean, we know the range lows. If it breaks that 170, and if you are looking to short it, you're loving these bounces. But I would look for a more of aggressive bounce. All right, let's end it with the oil names and then get into, I'll just open it up for free chat. Yeah, been on fire. What are you going to say? I mean, 90s, straight line move. You think the feds are going, oh, yeah, everything's great. UNG, again, natural gas has not followed at all. Been the dead money. You're welcome, XOP. You got that drip, bro? You got that drip? Whatever the kids say. You got that drip? We talked about watching the 154 area. Professional gap, nice close. Again, oil service will lead oil names. It doesn't mean oil has to top today or tomorrow. It just at some point. Exxon Mobil. Here you go. Hitting the range highs, monthly channels. I mean, again, volume because of OPEX. Keep in mind, if you see high volume today, when you're going through the candles, remember, there is some position squaring because of options, expiration, the quad witching, right? Think about it. Some people have to buy stock to put call, why is my brain not working? They have to exercise the options. Exercise the demons. Occidental. Here you go, coming up. I mean, and this is the thing. I know we must be close to a top in these names because I'm getting a lot of hate. Like, oil's the only place. You see inflation? I'm like, yeah, you reading the headlines? Yeah, you're reading the headlines. Tell me more about the headlines. Yeah, what are the headlines telling you? Buy oil and gas? Okay, short it. We'll see what happens. PXD, another one that's been lagging. I like that. Yeah, EQT and Flex LNG, and then we'll just open it up. EQT, we said this has been looking like crap. Well, it's about to drop. Flex getting back under the 30 level. Let it all breathe. I mean, this thing has an 8% dividend. I'd love to see this in the 23 range, 22 range. All right, I appreciate all the love, support, the generous donations. Again, when the student's ready to teach your peers, like if you need help, join the Discord room. If you have questions, you're not in the Discord room, hit me up. Use the Calmly link. There's people who've been in and out. And again, I don't hold grudges against people. I understand, like in trading, you will realize a lot of this is psychological because when you're wrong, how do you admit you're wrong? And when you're right, do you stick to your rightness? So either way, always keep in touch if you have any questions. And again, I don't need to jump into real estate, but the real estate market is slowing. If you're looking to buy a house, holy crap, get ready. Please get ready. Put your cash aside. Be thoughtful because interest rates could spike lower and people just start jumping off roofs to sell their house. If you are trying to sell your house, now you need a good strategy. Selling it and prioritizing how you do such is key because you got to make it look special. You got to do all the things. Work with an experienced agent. Give me a call. Reach out. Let me help you out. Let me see if I can get your house sold with another agent. You'll get 2 for 1 because, again, I do referrals all over the country. I really enjoy that because, again, there's every house. To get the most amount of money, you have to know how to identify what makes it special and market the shit out of it. Because there's going to be someone out there that might be 5 or 10 people who are like, oh, wow, it has the most amazing yard. Has the most amazing setup. And again, if you don't get a good agent, they just throw it on the MLS and then it just sells at market price or they don't show it right. I mean, you could lose tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars by choosing the wrong person. I'm telling you, it's that big of a deal. All right, let's keep it going. Recording's ending. Talk to you guys and gals later.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.